What you're about to see may change everything you thought you knew about life and death. It did for one neurosurgeon who called himself a skeptic. That was until his near-death experience made him believe in an afterlife. Now he says he can prove heaven exists. Meet the doctor who's being called a medical miracle, Eben Alexander.
At the Alexander home in Lynchburg, Virginia,
Come, Lord Jesus, our guest.
grace is different now. Eben Alexander's a Harvard neurosurgeon who nearly died 4 years ago when a ferocious E. coli meningitis infection attacked his brain and plunged him deep into a coma for a week. Brain scans showed that all the parts of his brain that give us consciousness, thought, and memory were not functioning.
They should be a very rich network of them all through both sides, and yet we don't really see that because they're all filled with pus.
Doctors gave him up for dead, but after a week, Eben Alexander awoke with, he says, a wondrous memory.
Did you go to heaven?
Yes. I was rescued by this beautiful spinning white light that had a melody, indescribably beautiful melody with it, that opened up into a bright valley. I know this was not a hallucination. It really occurred, and I know it occurred outside of my brain.
Many of his colleagues in neuroscience are deeply skeptical, saying his brain must have produced those visions, perhaps as he awakened. But Alexander says the crystal clear experience he had is incompatible with the random confusion of a brain rebooting. He's now on a mission to share his story.
Our soul, our consciousness, our spirit doesn't depend on the existence of the brain and body at all. I do believe that consciousness exists independent of the body and brain, and that heaven is real. Our souls are eternal.